Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're here in our Retribution. We're going to do some T2 Electric Abyss. This is one of my favourite types of Abyss to do in the Retribution because you earn a pretty decent amount of ISK and it's not too difficult in this fit here. I love this fit so much. I've made really extensive amount of videos testing this and I wanted to just do some more runs with this fit because it just feels so smooth using this little frigate to so decisively take out the T2 Abyss, like just solo, completely solo, nothing else. The helping us. The only downside to this fit is maybe it's a tiny bit slow because it's got a big focus on tank with only one damage module, but it's otherwise really powerful fit here. I just felt like just chilling here. It's been a long day at work and I was thinking, okay, I want to do some low tier Abyss in the Retribution just to relax a little bit. It can get non-relaxing or be a little bit stressful if you are going to jump into, say, like a Rogue Drone Battle Cruiser, but otherwise it is for the most part very chill here. I also think the ship looks pretty cool in the cold iron skin. I've been recently using it a bit on the Retribution. I just realised that it looks actually quite cool. It matches also my Purifier that I often use in the cold iron skin. Okay, let's go there. Activate Abyssal Trace. This Coreli A-type MWD is really great because it's able to fit on the ship and it's also uses so little capacitor. So we've got a really stable capacitor here. Just jump straight in for these cruisers here. No problem whatsoever. These dissipators we maybe want to take out because they could nuke us, but otherwise it doesn't really matter too much. Go here, approach straight on, and then we go with Conflag. Keep a range maybe 7.5. I think that's good. Yeah, nice. These sleeper cruisers just get destroyed so quickly because you're perfectly applying damage. And you still do a relatively high amount of damage with the ship here. A lot of newts. We could maybe even turn off one of these armor repairs just temporarily. Okay, it's getting a little bit crazy what kind of damage we're taking from these guys in terms of neuting power. Look at that. But the good thing is that we're in the electrical site, so we recharge it really quickly. We should probably get a bit closer actually. Keep a range 2.5 because this Conflag has so got a lot shorter range than 9 kilometers. We're going to do much more damage now. Great, that's good. And we're actually able to tank these guys decently with just one rep as well, so that's good. Let's go in. Let's use the Scorch here. It's a little bit on the way. There we go. Good. Super smooth. This ship is such an absolute beast. Really tanky. And it's got a decent amount of HP. Or EHP, 7.7k. And now these other ones, we can just approach them, don't have to even think at all about these guys. No EO or anything like that. Go with Conflag. Maybe we can keep range at like 5 kilometers just so we don't completely get too close that our transversal is not good. Get a bit close to this guy. Maybe we go with the Scorch, just feel a few pulses on the way there. There's one there. Conflag. Let's go. We don't have enough charges here. There we go. Sometimes we could occasionally consume one of these ammunition pieces and then we have to replace their ammo crystals. We can go to the buy adaptive cache actually because we're not on the test server, we're on the tranquility server, so here it actually matters. That was a little bit of a slow wave. 3.5 minutes. But still not too bad. We tanked like a boss with just one armor repair. Great. I think it's so cool that you can do this kind of activity as well, really close to Jita as well, because there are very many like lower security systems like 0.8 that allow you to do 8 million. In 0.8 systems you can do T2 Abyss without any kinds of criminal timers or any kind of restrictions at all. And there's one right next to Jita, so it's very chill. You just undock with your frigate, go there, do some Abyss sites. Pretty high amount of this actually, 8 million. Nice to see, nice to see. Okay, next room, let's go. Got some Damavix here. They can be sometimes problematic, but it shouldn't be any issue here. The times they become problematic is when they just get really on top of you and, for example, nuke you and apply really good amounts of damage. But here, it's not too bad because we tank a lot. And it seems like we're able to apply decently to them as well. So they're not able to out-track us. Keep a range, 2.5. Keep a range of these dammers. I think 2.5 is a good range for Conflag. Because you're just at that range where you're able to hit perfectly within the optimal, but then you're also not too close that you're allowing them to sort of outmaneuver your guns. Well, you're getting a lot of glasses off shots there, that's a bit annoying. I think we just need to get a bit closer. Oh, yeah, I see why. It's because we've got the MWD has been turned off by that anchorer. Because there was an anchoring Damavic before. And the last one here. Pretty simple. I mean, this fit is a little bit expensive. It's not the cheapest fit, but there are more expensive frigate fits I have seen out there. I would say this is more leaning towards the pricier side. I would say it's a really good value for its relaxation factor. What you're able to do in it. The filament cost is very close to nothing. Though I have actually recently been seeing some discrepancies in the T2 electric market. There's been very little volume, so if you just buy up a few of the T2s, then you're going to go up to like 100,000, 200,000 ISK per filament. So it's starting to get a little bit higher actually, but it's still very low compared to T3 filaments and like T4s especially. You're obviously going to get less loot here, but when you're in a frigate, you're still earning decent amounts of loot when you're multiplying everything by 3. Open this up, 2.7, really bad loot. Okay, next room. Little unit of a ship just going straight forward. Okay, lucid room, super easy. Get that by adaptive and use the Scorch. I think the reason that our loot was pretty high was because of one of the gamma filaments we got. Fierce gamma, yeah, 3.5 million. Because you can see it, some T3 filaments can get quite hefty in price, multiple millions, which is something you do not encounter in T2s. Usually just 100,000. Okay, good. Keep our range here, 2.5. I think the Warden is what we want to take out. Yeah, the Warden is good to take out because he's got good weapon capabilities. Oh, these guys get destroyed really quickly. That's great. And we apply so good as well. Oh, we're close. Get a bit closer here, 2.5. What do you guys think about this fit? Do you think there's any downsides to this fit? I think the main downside is that it might be a little bit slow and the price is not the cheapest. And it's also been done on tests with regards to my character, who has pretty much max skills, so I would say that this is probably not a newbie at all, newbie friendly fit. I mean, the fittings are very borderline on my character. I can imagine on lower skill characters are going to be even more. Look how much fitting we've got to spare, hardly anything basically. There we go, another Lucid Aegis. I think the Aegis do the most amount of damage, as far as I know. But not the weak care, when we've got so much tank in this Retribution. This Retribution has about 200 EHP tank per second, really high for a frigate actually. And there's Omni tank as well, and it's reacting. It's got the reactive arm hardener, so it can adapt to get even more tank against certain resist profiles. So overall, a really powerful ship. I love it. It's great. Only ship I would say I like more than this in terms of like the Frigate Abyss would be the Purifier, because I think it looks cooler, but at the same time I like this because it's really functional. But then also the Hawk. I can get Hawk fit to do T2 exotics, and it actually goes for only like 50 million ISK. Because with a hybrid style you're able to actually achieve quite a decent amount of tank with both the buffer and shield boosting capabilities of the Hawk's inherent bonuses. So there we go. Quick T2 Abyss sight in the Retribution. I was going to say Punisher for a second because just for a second thought I was in a Punisher. I'm a little bit tired, guys, sorry. I had a long day today. But it's a ship that is an absolute unit of a ship. It doesn't have the most amount of damage on this fit, but it still packs a punch. Got a really brutal tank with the dual armor pairs, reactive armor hardener, and then you've got the multispectrum energized membrane here as well. So you've got the MWD for mobility. I love this ship. It's really great. It works so well. I've not had any issues with it. If you guys have had any issues, let me know in the comments down below. I'll be very curious to know. I think it's good so I could potentially improve this fit for later, or just things to keep in mind, because often you can actually just die with the fit. It doesn't mean the fit doesn't work. It just means that maybe you had to just pilot a little bit differently, so then maybe there's some kind of aspect that you would have to take into consideration when flying this that I could learn myself. So I'll be very curious to know. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any reasons this thing could die. So I think it's enough for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something new. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.